Brian, go ahead and get our IFR clearance.
I'll get our IFR clearance.
Denver clearance, SkyWest 5191, requesting our IFR clearance with Oscar. Stand by, you're number one. SkyWest 5191, cleared to Canyonlands via the Baylor 6 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 9,000, expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure on 126.1 squawk 1252. And I know it's not what you filed, but you can expect runway 17 left.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard SkyWest Airlines Flight 5191, travelling to Canyonlands Regional Airport. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please do not hesitate to contact any member of our crew.
Love you.
Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
Brown Kid, you're in charge of all comms.
I'm in charge of comms now, Steve.
Get our pushback and start clearance.
I'll request pushback and start clearance for us.
Denver ground,
Ground
SkyWest
to
5191,
cockpit.
requesting
Please show me
clearance
where
for
you wanna
pushback and
go.
engine start.
SkyWest 5191, pushback and engine start approved, tail west.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Some doors are still opened or the GPU or the ASU are still connected. I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta. 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 Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on,
Operation
and keep
complete.
it fastened
Go ahead
whenever
and
you're
set the
seated
parking
in
brake.
case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might
Disconnecting
also need
tow.
to buckle
Stand
up
by.
for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft. In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation.
So is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time.
And remember,
have a safe
they
flight.
might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs.
Ron, you
See
can
your
ask for
safety card
taxi
for
clearance.
more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments. at
I'll
the front
request taxi
and rear
clearance
of the
for us.
plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your
Skywest
seat to its upright
5191, ready to
position
taxi.
and
We
stow
have
your
officers.
tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting
5191,
position,
runway 17
or as
left,
otherwise
taxi
indicated
via
on the
Purple,
placard
Alpha
in
November,
front of
Mike,
you.
Echo Delta.
If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat
Purple,
pocket.
Alpha November, Mike, Echo Delta.
As we finish
Skywest
our safety check,
5191.
please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Cabin attendants, armed doors and cross-check. Welcome aboard our flight to Canyonlands Regional Airport. The estimated flight time is 55 minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for frequent flyers. Fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and pulling the strap to tighten. The seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated.
Hey, CSXT.
Backs and tray tables to the upright position and open your
Hold on
window
one second, I'll
blinds
let
for
you know. I'll
takeoff.
tell you.
Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices must be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories. Oxygen masks will drop automatically if required. Pull the mask firmly, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat. To put it on, pull it over your head, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Floor-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. There are 2 exits at the front and 2 at the rear of the aircraft. In case of evacuation, leave all personal belongings behind and follow all safety instructions from the crew. If any electronic device becomes hot or catches fire, please inform a member of the crew immediately. The safety information card contains all details. Thank you for your attention.
what you just heard finished just a moment ago with the single flight attendant is from Stay Intentions. So the Delta Virtual is the fancy one you hear, and actually if you've flown on a Delta flight, it's the exact same one. But yeah, then but my cabin crew that's on Say Intentions is another one, and they do a fairly decent job. Sometimes they overlap each other, but they actually wait for the other to speak, so they don't talk over each other as much. No, they don't. It doesn't always work, but most of the time it does. And of course, the arrows you're seeing right now, the blue arrows, are coming out of Say Intentions as taxi assistance. Actually, it's built into Say Intentions, and that feature came up in less than 2 months ago. I think it's in the Xplane 12 Say Intentions model. Airport is a KDEN. We're in Denver, and this is a Nimbus custom airport. And I'm really, it's one I made for. It's well done. They really spent some time on this one, including the inside of the terminals. They did a good job. Brian, do the takeoff briefing, please.
We'll be departing from runway 17 left. We'll be flying the Baylor 6 departure with an initial climb clearance to 9,000. Transition altitude is 18,000. After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile, climbing to flight level 240. Weather at departure shows no significant weather expected en route. In the event of an engine failure below 400, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climbing to 3,000 before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We have been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 1252, and departure frequency will be 126.1. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5. V1 is 142 knots, VR is 147 knots, and V2 is 152 knots. We'll climb out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
Thank you, Brian. We are preparing for departure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are preparing for departure. Please ensure that your seat belts are fastened. Your seat backs and tray tables are in their upright positions, and your carry-on luggage is securely stowed. We will be taking off shortly, and we appreciate your attention to these safety instructions. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
All right, landing lights are on. Chrono's light is on. Runway turn off light is off. Chronos are reset. Flaps are at 1. Ground spoiler armed. Auto brake max. Trim is set correctly. And I think we're ready for departure. Brian, go ahead and get our takeoff departure.
I'll request takeoff clearance for us.
Denver Tower, SkyWest 5191, holding short of runway 17 left. We're ready for departure.
You notice how far
SkyWest
the
5191, Denver Tower, runway 17 left, winds 150 at 8. RNAV Gorak, cleared for takeoff.
Our approach into
runway 17
our arrival
left, RNAV
airport
Gorak, cleared
is
for takeoff.
RNAV.
SkyWest
There's
5191.
no ILS.
Approaching runway 17 left.
Forward pressure on you. $80 knots.
On runway 17 left remaining. 8,500 feet.
Rotate. Positive rate. You're up. Flaps have been retracted.
SkyWest 5191, contact departure on 126.1.
Initial climb is 9,000. Ground spoilers are disarmed.
Denver departure, SkyWest 5191. Good evening, climbing through 6500.
SkyWest
Thrust
5191, Denver departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 17,000, turn left heading 225, vectors to Gorak, then on course.
Climb and maintain 17,000, left heading 225, vectors to Gorak, then on course. SkyWest 5191.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, we'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you and a welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta
climb and maintain flight level 260.
For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is
260.
on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your
Climb and
seatbelt
maintain
fastened in
flight level
case we
260.
experience any unexpected
SkyWest
rough air.
5191.
We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. We've now reached an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you.
Landing lights are off.
On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available, complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
This is not a long flight, by the way. We're already 230 miles
Use of approved
from
electronic devices is
our
now
arrival
permitted in
airport.
flight mode. Our cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention.
I don't completely understand why we're climbing to 38,000, 380, but that's our flight level. I think we'll be at it for a whopping probably 2 minutes and come right back down.
SkyWest 5191, climb and maintain flight level 280.
280.
Climb and maintain flight level 280, SkyWest 5191.
Anyway, that airport we just left was Nimbus Custom Scenery Airport for Denver, KDEN, and very well done. The detail inside of all the hubs is just uncanny. All the way down to scrolling signs, just like you're in the regular airport. So they did a good job on it. We are, let's see, we're at 14,000 climbing to what will eventually be 38,000. I think they've got us up to 28,000 so far. We're good. I usually do the pop out right here for my, just so I can see my information better. Especially my altitude, speed, kind of important. Alright, we're at 16,000, transition is 18,000.
SkyWest 5191, contact Denver Center on 119.85.
Contacting Denver Center on 11. Denver Center, SkyWest 5191. Good evening, climbing through 16,000 for flight level 280.
SkyWest 5191, Denver Center. Good evening.
RNAV landing is coming up. We're going to Canyonland Regional in Moab. $213 miles out. Let's see, And usually if I want to know exactly how far, 251 actually. It's point to point, it's 213.
5191, climb and maintain flight level 370.
It's point to point 213, but we have to transition. We need to go
Climb and maintain flight level
past the
370,
airport,
SkyWest
come back and
5191.
get in a position to land on runway 03. So we have a few moves, and then it's like I said, it's an RNAV landing, so there is no ILS for this. Maybe a localizer, but no ILS. When we get closer to flight level, I'll go ahead and we'll do the performance numbers for arrival. This thing climbs pretty good, by the way. Just notice we're at a climb rate right now of about 2,200 feet per minute. It's kicking, but it's a very smooth, steady climb.
SkyWest 5191, climb and maintain flight level 380.
380.
Climb and maintain flight level 380, SkyWest 5191.
Let's look at the runway we're landing on. I'm going to pull up some info here. Let's see. About 7,300 feet of runway I think we've got to work with. It's not bad. So our landing performance looks like no wind, just it's good, no wind. Brake mode, we're going to put brake mode on about medium, just to be safe. We have dry conditions. QNH is 30.00. Temp is 18. Winds are 0 at 0. I like that. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like our VREF, let's see, is 134 will be a landing config, will be a full flaps. And once again, we don't have the assistance of ILS. We're coming in RNAV. Okay. And we're 221 miles outside of our airport, Canyonland. Climb rates drop back to 1,500 feet per minute. So what's picking up? 16, 17. We're gonna leave it we're gonna keep it a secret in the cockpit that I've never done an RNAV landing at this airport with the A320 Neo, never. So plus at nighttime, that's kind of one extra level of complexity. No, I don't expect any problems. I don't necessarily. It did take me a little to get used to the feel of the A320 Airbus as opposed to the A321 or the Boeing 737. It's a little, it just feels a little bit different. In terms of the center of gravity and the balance, it's a little different. Just takes some practice to get used to it. I have learned that keeping some speed on approach, not cutting back on speed too soon, has really helped landing smooth out. And not to float as much is a bit better. $350. Almost there. Let's look at our descent. Let's get rid of that too. So let's say we're going to go for 5,000. I'm going to put my altitude to 5,000 as soon as we're at flight level. And let it manage its way down. And I see some restrictions there too. Elevation is 4,500 feet at our arrival. See, it's the exact number. Yeah, 4,579 feet. That's our elevation. And about to level out here, and we'll be about 73 miles from top of descent. There we go. Alright. We're cruise altitude. Seatbelt signs are staying on for me. That's I prefer. Put this on 5,000. And we're counting down from 73 nautical miles to top of descent.
Dear guests, the cabin crew will now begin the snack and beverage service.
Better hurry.
We invite you to enjoy our signature items, including the delicious cheese platter and refreshing fruit juices. After the service, selected items from the SkyWest airline shop will be available for your convenience. Thank you for your attention.
Brian, go ahead and do the descent and approach briefing.
We'll be arriving in Canyonlands Regional Airport on runway 21 using the VOR approach. Transition level is 18,000 feet. Weather at arrival shows calm winds, clear skies, and an altimeter setting of 30.30. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published procedure. Squawk code remains 1252, and approach frequency will be 134.5. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 135 knots. Once on the ground, we'll taxi to gate parking 3. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
And altimeter, he said 30.30, but actually it's 30.03. I think so. A little faux pas there. Okay, so 30.03. And we're 53 miles from top of descent.
SkyWest 5191. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend and maintain flight level 260.
You want to let us go a little early?
Descending to flight level
you up on it.
260 when ready. SkyWest 5191. SkyWest 5191. Descend and maintain 1,000 feet. Altimeter 3001.
Alright, we're descending.
Descend and maintain 1,000 feet. Altimeter 3001. SkyWest 5191.
Ladies and gentlemen, We have left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Canyonlands Regional Airport. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. The use of the lavatories is now not allowed. Thank you for your cooperation.
Cab for arrival.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to restow them at this time.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet, SkyWest 5191.
Please check around your seating area and the seat pocket in front of you for any cups, glasses, or other articles you wish to discard. And kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle. Thank you so much. We should be landing in approximately 15 to 20 minutes.
And that was Delta Virtual cabin crew, that last message. Alright, brakes are set on medium. Ground spoilers are armed, and flaps are retracted for the moment until we get a little lower. Excuse me. Alright, we're 139 miles outside of Canyonland Regional Airport. This airport is just west of Denver, about 230 miles west. And this is an RNAV approach. RNAV. Alright, 131 miles. And when I gave you that figure, that's the figure like to the runway. It's not like the point to point, but to the runway. So we're 131 miles out, 129.
SkyWest 5191, contact Denver Center on 134.5.
Okay.
Switching to Denver Center on 134.5, SkyWest 5191. Denver Center, SkyWest 5191. Good evening, descending flight level 330 for 8,000.
Denver Center, good evening.
see, descent rate's about 1,000 feet per minute. We're at 31,000. Hoping we can have a really nice, stable approach. Seeing if I feel cold there. Right. It's been a nice controlled descent. I think we're at 28,000. And we're at around 280 knots. It's good. 1,000 feet per minute, still at 1,000 feet. Okay. I'll take it. I've always been a little nervous descending at elevations like this, where it's like the elevation's 4,500 feet, and it is dark as dark can be below. You can't see the ground, and it's kind of a little bit nervous. Anybody ever have a tendency to rush on the descent and not just let it take its time? Okay. We're at 25,000. And descending, by the way, I've set my altitude on 5,000 just because I'm monitoring and counting on my VNAV to manage me to the ground. I think it should be fine.
SkyWest 5191, descend and maintain 5,000 feet, turn right heading 315 vectors for the visual runway 21 approach.
Descend and maintain 5,000, right heading 315 for the visual runway 21 approach. SkyWest 5191.
Alright, we're at 1,000. We're on vectors right now, heading 315, descending to 5,000.
SkyWest 5191, descend and maintain 4,000 feet, turn left heading 300.
Descend and maintain 4,000, left heading 300, SkyWest 5191.
Alright, just follow. Your turn. Right, we're 64 miles out. We're on vectors. Current heading is 300. And they're setting us up for RNAV approach to runway 17 left. I take that back. Wait. I mean runway 03. Double check that. I've got something wrong on my settings here.
$18,000 feet.
Okay, got that reset. Runway 21 for us.
SkyWest 5191, 15 miles from the approach turn. Turn left heading 235, cleared for the visual runway 21 approach.
Turning left heading 235, cleared for the visual runway 21 approach. SkyWest 5191.
10,000 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach into Canyonlands. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Ensure your tray tables are put away. Your seats are in their full upright position and your seat belts are fastened. The weather at our destination is clear with a temperature of 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Our assigned parking is Parking 3. Thank you for your cooperation.
Two 2,500. 2,000. 2,000. 2,000. 2,000. 2,000. 2,000. 2,000.
'Very uncomfortable. Here.
Two thousand. 1,000. 1,000. 500.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
400.
Sync rate.
Pull up.
300.
Sync rate. Sync.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Approaching runway
Retard.
3. Caution.
Retard.
Caution.
10. 5. Retard. 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 Retard.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign. This will be your one and only indication that it's safe for you to get up and move about the cabin. Please be reminded to use caution when opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during landing. You may now use your mobile phones and other handheld
Ladies
electronic
and
devices while we
gentlemen,
taxi to the gate.
welcome to Canyonlands
However, your
Regional
laptop computers
Airport.
and larger electronics must
Did you
remain
know
stowed.
that Canyonlands is known for its stunning landscapes and is home to
We
some of
invite
the
you to
most
visit
beautiful
delta.com for
canyons
all
in
your
the
future
United
travel
States?
needs, including checking in for a
Thank you
flight
for flying with
and managing your
SkyWest
Sky Miles
Airlines.
account.
Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position.
If any of you
On
should
behalf
have
of your
questions
flight
regarding
crew,
ground
thank you
transportation,
for flying with
baggage claim,
SkyWest Airlines. The local time is
or any other information, a
10:41
uniformed Delta
p.m.
agent meeting this flight will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. On behalf of Delta Sky team, our global partners, and flight crew, we'd like to thank you all for flying with us. We've enjoyed having you on board and look forward to the opportunity to serve you once again. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. Flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival, please. Cross-check and all call.
That was not a pretty landing, by the way. Not a pretty landing at all. That was RNAV coming in on runway 03. It was rough. Yeah, it was rough. Okay. Vectoring didn't really help me a whole lot on that one. I think. Okay. Let's go take a gander and do a quick replay. Ugly, like I said. All right. We'll try to have a better landing next time, but we made it. We made it, especially on a runway that's that short. It's about 7,000 foot runway, but it's dark as all get out here. It's RNAV only. RNAV. It was, and also I actually came in on runway 03 because I had trouble setting up for runway 21 on the McDo at the last second or the last minute. So live and learn. Okay, man. Hey,